Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tierfing Gaming and I'm your host for this evening. In tonight's video, we're going to go ahead and discuss the 12.6 patch, wipe day, and my feelings on experiencing my first wipe in Escape from Tarkov. It's been great fun, I'm loving it, and I've got some great footage of me dying a lot for you guys to see today. Remember guys, I do stream live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Twitch. You can find my link down below. Finally, before we get started, I do just want to give a huge shout out to my friends over in the band Echoes and Ashes for letting me use their song Forgotten for tonight's video. Great guys, great band. Check them out. They just released their new single Silence on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. You can find their link to their YouTube for it down below. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so the first thing I wanted to kind of go over with you guys about the patch was, of course, Steam audio. I have to say, this change was probably the single biggest change that Battlestate could have done for this entire game to improve on it. Going into dorms on customs or inside factory, it's no longer a confusing hodgepodge of sound. It actually allows you to pinpoint where an enemy is. It's great. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend you guys all go and click binaural audio in your settings, restart the game, and then give it a shot if you haven't already. It's fantastic. Would not recommend playing without it anymore, though it does have a little bit of an adjustment time, just so you guys know. Just so you guys are aware, there still is going to be more to the Steam audio, specifically the directional bounces. So like right now, what's in the game is if he's to my right, I know he is to my right. However, that's all it is it's directional. It doesn't take into account buildings yet, or hallways and all of that. So once the rest of Steam audio is in, it will, bounce off a wall into the room you're in dorms, for instance. Second thing I wanted to touch on is the found in raid tags. It really hasn't been a huge factor for me since I'm still pretty low level. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play since the wipe, but realistically, I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. The items that are going to sell for a ton on the flea market are going to sell pretty decent for the most part to traders. So like fuel conditioners are still going to sell for a lot. Same with USB drives, not everything, of course, but a good amount. And we'll kind of see how that goes, as we kind of continue on. But that's what this beta is for. It's for them to test things like this. And then if it doesn't work, they can adjust it, tweak it. One thing I would like to see them do personally with the found in raid status is if you meet the requirements for a survived, if you extracted, such as, you have 600 XP or you survive for 10 minutes and you die before you extract, anything in your container, I feel, should still count as a found in raid status. Maybe that's a change they'll make, maybe it's not. We'll have to wait and see kind of what happens. The loot spawn updates, so scavs, loadouts, definitely seem different than they were before, but not in any huge way. One thing I will say I'm noticing though is I'm seeing a lot more ADARs spawning on scavs than I did previously. Like I would see them before, but definitely seeing them more often, which is great for me because I love the ADAR early wipe. And really coming into the biggest thing for me is the differences between coming into the game halfway through a wipe compared to the full experience of being here in the wipe. It's so different, and I have to say I love it. Pre-wipe, I would go into a map and I would be so scared because I know that the instant I see someone, he's gonna shoot me with an Ameta M4 and it's just gonna laser beam onto my head because there is absolutely no recoil because it's got a 42 vertical and he's got a maxed out recoil control for a 50 horizontal or whatever the value may be. it made it to where I didn't feel like anything I did in a fight was going to matter unless I got the first move. Like if I saw him looting and he didn't notice me there, cool, I stood a chance. If we saw each other down a hallway, I was going to die. I just didn't have the gear or soft skills necessary to keep up. That's not the case anymore. I go into a raid and I know that if I die, it's because I messed up, not because necessarily that the other person just outgeared me. Though it still does happen occasionally when you run across the huge sweaty boys who have already 200 hours into it since the wipe somehow, even though it's only been like 4 days. One of the big differences though too for me pre-wipe compared to now is the questing. Knowing what quests are coming up early game, knowing how to approach them different. A huge example is the Saliwa kits. Instead of trying to find them, looting every med bag, I just crafted them this time around. It wasn't something I was even aware was in the game the first time around, but now it was. The hardest part of that was surviving, getting into Ollie and finding a gas can to get out with. Maybe 2 raids before that happened. Definitely a difference now knowing like the little tips and tricks to kind of get you ahead. All in all, guys, I gotta say, I absolutely love the wipe. It's such a different feel compared to before. I'm more confident. I find myself being more willing to take fights. At the same time, I'm learning more, like waiting to see if that one guy has buddies, or, hey, I shouldn't run straight down an empty road at a Mosenling. Those sorts of things. Definitely still need to work on that, but overall I feel like the wipe was probably the best thing that could have happened mentally for me the game, because I don't feel like I'm so far behind anymore that I can't do anything in the game without getting lucky or playing in a very, very, very rat play style, which really isn't me. I love running at someone with a SMG and just blasting them in the face before they have the chance to realize what the hell happened. Okay guys, that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember, I stream live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Twitch at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find my links down in the description below. Hope to see you out there. I hope you again enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you did, and we'll see you all next time.